Yeah, it's very important for me to be here in Paris, and part of this exhibition that Hay has put on, it's astounding, to give context to things. My art, most people know me as a tattoo artist, and then briefly as somebody, my images on fashion, of all kinds, and that's just part of the story. But really, I'm thrilled to have my personal work, which is very close to me. I mean, I do this for my own pleasure and amusement, and to make me wonder what it's all about, So it's great to have this documented and show people a different facet. Probably the most profound part of my artistic outlook is what I do for myself that doesn't have to satisfy anyone else. I just think that that the more that people can bring art into their daily lives, the better their life can be, the more that they can also, it's very important for me to connect with art history, to feel a common thread with people that have gone before. My big passion of coming to Paris, coming anywhere, is go to the art museums, go see painters that I've admired that are still absolutely alive to me today. The thing that unfortunately tattooing doesn't have is that when you have a painting and it exists, the physical piece. I was talking to Anne yesterday, and she was talking about how exciting she was to see the original Burt Grimm flash. And I said, yes, because when you hold these, you see these, it's different from any kind of, no matter how high quality photograph. I really think that there's a sort of an electric human charge that comes out of that piece that person touched. And so when I see art in a museum, it can be something from 3,000 years ago or 4 years ago. But when I see that, time is erased. And there's an instant communication to my heart and my consciousness from that piece, and that's really what I live for. So this is great. Yeah, the image of a panther, I think, goes back. Of course, it's in classical tattooing, Western tattooing, early 20th century. I don't know who first really adopted it. I think it was in the 1920s or 30s. Some tattoo artists took it on. But as I ran down the idea in our first Tattoo Time magazine, published in 1982, that the form of the crawling panther calls back to some really ancient art, Chinese art, bronzes and that, of an animal that could have been a feline or could have been a dragon. These kind of, it's just a form like the crawling panther that looked good on the skin. And I think it was something perhaps in the consciousness or subconsciousness of many world cultures as a decorative element that also had a lot of power. And for myself, I probably can't get my sleeve up, but I've got a tiger. The first tattoo that I got from myself on my forearm was the sort of image of a crawling cat, because I'd seen someone come into a tattoo shop, Phil Sparrow, my initial mentor in tattooing. Someone came in his shop with the panther design, but done as a tiger. And this simple variant was still so shocking to me. This was in 1966. I was, a tiger, this is so cool. I have to get one of those, because I grew up admiring Black Panther tattoos, when I was a little kid. So I love that form, and it's become one of the more iconic shapes for me and really fits the body, but and it's endlessly variable. Well, I'm very glad to see what Hay is doing and really focusing on this and bringing to public consciousness the fact that a lot of the tattooers are, of course, extremely talented. Many of them have extreme, formal art school educations and deep art history and command of aesthetics and a real content to what their art is about. It's not just sort of shock value things. It's not this, it's not that, but it ties into a continuum. And because now tattooing is, I think the most important marker, which is kind of a pun, but it's the most important component of us as a species, as humans, in the late 20th and early 21st century. It's there's more of it being done now, as evidence to me when I saw the opening of the Brownlee show last year, which is still up. It astounded me because I didn't really understand the level of tattooing and the saturation of it, and the intricacy and profound skill of many of these people. So, and again, the tattooers and the people, the other component is the person that wears the tattoo. So it's a very, very kind of volatile and strong kind of component of of contemporary art, and Hay is recognizing this. I think Hay is, you folks are the first ones that have really put it in this kind of a context, and it's amazing, and I'm thrilled to be part of this and see this in a venue like this. It's